Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're going to be going over how I created a sky island in my survival world. So first things first, I'm going to make my way over from my house to the train station, which is technically part of the sky island. I guess we can consider part of the sky island. And the reason I say that is because this train track extends all the way from here to, you can sort of see in the distance, a sky island there. And the reason we're going over this is because this is one of our bigger projects in terms of its scale. And so our purpose in making this video is just to look for sort of feedback and suggestions, pros and cons. And although we're by no means master builders, hopefully you can get some ideas or, learn a couple things. So once we make our way down to the entrance over here, oof, I was going to die for a second. All right, so this is the entrance. You can see there's cherry blossoms everywhere. This is our most recent addition. Today I'm joined by Bran. He's going to be sort of our tour guide for today. But our most recent addition, as I was saying, are the cherry blossoms. It helps with the sort of aesthetic, especially with the falling leaves. And we added a bunch of berry bushes and flowers. And there's a lake over there that we're probably going to improve. Probably not just cobblestone, make it look better, but that's our only means of dropping and coming back down after we go up. And so this is the entrance over here. We called it the Airborne Kingdom. I know it's creative, but we started by sort of creating a symmetry over here by creating a pattern of a circle inside a circle, and then we matched the same thing up top, and then we connected that with a glass tube. And after that, what we did was, since we haven't played for a while, we found that soul sand pushes you up and magma blocks pull you down. So we made sure that there are 3 sides and it was an actual enclosed tube. Put water everywhere is really tedious. And then soul sand, and that pushes you up.
I would just like to add, you put the kelp on dirt, all the water.
True. That's a good point.
blocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, source
Yeah, the
blocks.
tip was to put kelp.
And then you would destroy the dirt block. Everything would be source blocks. By the time you add the soul sand, it would make this water tunnel, which would push you up.
Exactly. So yeah, you would just put, I think, just 1 water bucket, and then you just keep spamming kelp, and then it makes everything a source block. And then I think that's what we figured out to make the entire process a lot easier. So yeah, I'm gonna head over to Bran, and he's gonna discuss the train station. So this is sort of the hub where everything sort of diverges. So we have the mob prison here, the kingdom over there, the hall of great challenges. I guess that's what it's called over here.
Very long
Train
name.
station over
Very
here.
long name.
What'd you say?
Very long name.
Yeah. So yeah, as a quick rundown, this is the treasure room, or what we're planning to be sort of a treasure room. Kingdom's going to be Bran's actual house. Mob prison is going to be sort of a mob farm, and train station is what we're going to go over right now.
Yeah, so the train station, you built the entrance to this, actually. It looked, before everything else was built, it was just this. This is the first thing you built. So, yeah, it actually looked really, really nice. Used different blocks, polished granite and regular granite. Used a bunch of walls. You made it really look really rounded, and it really looked like an actual entrance to a train station. And yeah, these poles that would lift up this roof. This roof was on a slant because I thought it would look really, really nice, but it ended up taking us a bunch of hours just to make the roof look very rounded and slant, and look good as a slant. That's
Yeah.
very long to make.
Let me emphasize that we wanted it round because that was what made it not look bad. So you can see it sort of looks like a really. It's sort of like like a semicircle. It's not really a semicircle, but like
A
it's
rounded
a lot
triangle.
rounder than slanted.
Yeah, I think kind of like a rounded triangle, I would say.
Yeah, and we sort of kept this sort of staircase layout for the rest of them, so it sort of keeps the symmetry. Although we did have our own spin on each, so you can continue.
So yeah, I changed the floor to diorite. Is this diorite? Yeah, this is diorite. Yeah. Diorite, so that it had a little bit more touch of color. The roof is andesite, so it has the three most like useless blocks that no one uses. But we kind of used each one to have kind of get rid of it, I guess. But also because we thought it fit really well as a train station. The white kind of looked like marble. The roof with the gray is very traditional. I see a lot of roofs that gray really fits the theme.
Yeah, it just makes
These
the overall
panels,
thing a
yeah,
lot more colorful. And we
that's
weren't
right.
using these blocks anyway, so
Yeah. So yeah, we made columns to make it have some structural support. Um, we had a bunch of glass panes to make this look really really nice. And
yeah.
and train stations usually have a lot of glass windows. So we kind of tried to get it as close to a real train station as possible. I added some glass to the roofs so that light could peer in, although the whole thing is pretty much open. I thought that we could make a train station that never really stopped, but I realized that didn't actually work because power rails to turn on with a button, it had to go in a certain direction. So that was a problem. That was definitely a big problem.
Oh, these
Uh,
buttons?
so you would actually have to put it on a wall so that they know which direction that the power rail would push you in.
Yeah. You'd have to put the wall, yeah, there. That would make
So
sense.
I had to get rid of this. I put most of our materials in here for the train station stuff. It's in the left chest.
Yeah, so I think that pretty much wraps up the train station just as a quick overview. Yeah, suggestions would be, or feedback would be encouraged in the comments. And I also like this build because there's like the fact that we have a sky island because there's snow everywhere. It sort of helps with the aesthetic, and the vines also help a lot. We just place a couple and it expands by itself. We break it
Uh,
every once in a while just so it doesn't overgrow, but
yeah. Also, I would like to say that the train track that brought you to the house was probably the longest part
yeah,
of this build because
yeah.
I thought that it was a smart idea to work from the top up instead of the bottom. So uh, to bring the cart downwards, you can't actually build downwards in the game unless you use staircases, trapdoors, and
Yeah.
stuff to get barely one block down. But I thought that would just take a while, so I ended up using a water bucket, uh, like 1,000, like probably like 100 times, just so I could put an individual block, so it would go one block down perfectly to that other substation over there that we can probably go over next time. But
And in
yeah, that's
survival, we can't really emphasize enough how important the water bucket is.
uh,
This was originally Brand's sort of thing, and it really did prove to be really helpful. And so I'm gonna go
so,
over the Mob Prison Kingdom and the Hall of the Great Challenges really quickly. Sort of give you a quick rundown, and then Brand will go more in depth. But since these are not complete at all, I just want to give you a quick rundown. So for this one, this is the Mob Prison. And this is one of the ones that we built a little bit more. We tried to match the staircase. We used wood from the nether. And it sort of connects with we thought this was a great idea, but it connects with a pillager outpost. And our plan was to have this building built for us, and then have mobs spawn in there, have water, and then have them propel up this glass tube, and then we'll have lava, and then a bunch of hoppers and chests, and then it'll just be a fancy looking mob prison, I guess, or sort of
oops,
create.
oops.
Oh no, yeah, that's the downside of a sky island before you get an elytra. But yeah, that's our mob prison. We'll make this look better later on. We'll probably make videos on that after you guys sort of add suggestions or whatever. The kingdom's gonna be Brand's house. We literally didn't do anything for this one yet because this is gonna be the most complicated, most likely, and probably a lot of stone. The grade of the Hall of Great Challenges is sort of our treasure room. We used more nether materials from the nether.
Blackstone,
This is Blackstone, quartz.
quartz. Has a
Shroom
really
lights are
nice.
really nice. Shroom lights.
Yeah, yeah. We
Because
used
they're
a
sort
lot
of
of
cool.
different. Yeah, we used a bunch of different quartz designs so that it would bring this floor more to life. But we kind of ran out of quartz, so
Yeah, we're gonna have to get more,
yeah, we
more
definitely
materials
have
later
to.
on.
Yeah, we have to definitely get a lot more quartz, but yeah, we haven't even built the entrance fully. But I think that building the interior probably would, and working to the entrance would probably be the fastest.
Yeah.
As yeah, it's because we don't need as much blackstone, so it'd be very slow and steady, and then quick at the end. So that's pretty much the Hall of Great Challenges.
Yeah, we're planning to have this as a hallway and put things such as like you know, the dragon egg, wither skeleton skulls, nether stars, sort of that sort of thing, and sort of decorate it. And then we'll have like a throne area back there with a bunch of like, I don't know, gold, diamonds, whatever, netherite, that sort of thing. And you can sort of see snow just scattered around, and it sort of helps it look a bit more, you know,
Sadly,
I don't know if it's homely, but
sadly, the Sky Island wasn't built high enough, so it's still pretty much rains here, and then it's like a half rain, half snow.
mm.
So if it was built a little higher, I would have it would have been really nice.
Yeah, I don't
'Cause
know what the
it'd be
exact height
snowing.
is, but oh wait, no, we have coordinates on, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's our Sky Island. We'll probably continue on this through our videos. This was one of our bigger builds in terms of its scale, but we do have things that we spent a lot of time on, but they aren't as big. For example, we do have a build in the Nether that we're probably going to be going over in the next video, and that's just a really just tedious build rather than being large in scale. And by no means is this actually large in scale. I've seen builds that are just a lot bigger, but in terms of survival world, I think this is pretty impressive, I would say. Since we're still kind of noobs, or we haven't played this in a long time. I wouldn't say we're noobs, we just haven't played this in a long time. But with a bunch of things added and everything, I think we did pretty well. So that's pretty much wraps up the video. Have anything to add?
Probably not. I would say that probably the hardest part of building all this is probably getting the materials and
Yeah.
safety.
Steal his XP.
Hey, no, my XP, my XP.
All right. So yeah, that's pretty
Okay,
much it for
fine,
today.
we'll-
See you in the next one.